Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Serious Engineering. We're going to do a little bit of hopefully advancing today and hopefully catch up with a couple of things that we've done in between episodes. So, in between episodes, again, like I stated, I went ahead and ran a bunch of coal and some steel through these two guys. So I got a bit of creosote going on. I've actually made quite a bit of treated wood already, and we did run quite a bit of steel through that system. So let me just go take a look over here. I went and moved all of my ingots out of storage and kind of placed them on the ground since it's something that we can do, and it's almost at eye level on one side for steel, so we should have enough steel to be able to do a few things. I did go ahead and process a small amount of the copper that we have been collecting, and yeah, this whole pile here is mainly because I have been peeling stuff out of dungeons and recycling it, so I have plenty of iron, and that's even after we did that, so kind of cool. Village colony thingies, I don't believe I've done anything massively major in between episodes other than I upgraded my woodcutter over there to a level 2 so that she can start using stone tools, and just so that we can kind of stop having to deal with all of the wood tools in this area. So we're kind of just keeping up with a few things. I've got more wood and I know what to do with it at this point, so I'm not really concerned about it. So we are going to actually, first things first, since we're here, talk about a couple of things. The area is big enough now, the village is big enough now that we're getting raiders. I will probably put it up on screen very shortly, but I did have a pirate ship show up out there and I had to go defeat, which is kind of interesting. It's not something that I knew existed. When you're building on an island and there's no way for raiders to get to you, they come to you on a ship, which was pretty crazy. So it was pretty simple. It was just a little spawner that I had to break, and wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. It was pretty quick. So pretty quick and painless. First thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and say it is finally time to build this thing. So we can actually take it right straight to the tier 2 level if we really want to, but we're going to go ahead and have him build it, and then we're just going to kind of pay attention and see what's going on, because it's time to start being able to use the functionality that comes in with this, and we need to go ahead and get it going. So now that I have a guy that is helping him out, taking care of various things back and forth, we're doing pretty good. So I'll just let him build that while we're doing our thing. So today, what I want to do is I want to crack open the nut that is immersive engineering. We need to get some of the basic machines going, and we need to get some of the basic stuff going. And yes, I have not moved out of here. I did cut the little tent down, and I've kind of started to move things in. I spent, I don't know, an hour and a half messing around with the roof design for this building, and I'm not happy with what I'm coming up with, so we're just going to leave it for right now. I don't know. It's just something about how tall that roof ends up being right here. It ends up very tall. It's like 6 or 7 blocks above the entrance, which is fine. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to have to do a little bit of fiddling around and playing. So the first thing we need to do is we need to do this. And as you can see, I've already pre-crafted a few things in my inventory, and we're going to work our way towards some of this stuff. But we need the engineer's manual so that we can do a few things. The other thing I want to do is I want to make one of these. So that's going to require some treated wood, a lantern, some glass, and some iron ingots. So do I have enough stuff to make a lantern? From IE, that dude right there. We need a piece of glowstone, a couple iron plates, and a couple of things. This is where this starts to get really annoying very quickly. So glowstone, I want at least one of those, and some glass. And then we're going to be running back and forth between this area and the other area. Actually, let me just do this. I want some redstone. We'll just grab a bunch of it, and I will grab some more of this just in case, and I don't think there's anything else in here we're going to need right now. So we're going to go ahead and get us a projector going, because a projector is pretty necessary for how applied energistics, how immersive engineering works for the majority of the things. So we're going to grab a little bit of this stuff. Hey, give me some more. Thank you. And we're going to start. Oh yeah, that's right. I made a few of these in here too. So we're going to go ahead and start by making one of those projectors so that we can make our lives a little bit easier. Click on this, please. Okay. I need A couple of those, correct? Just two? This is the problem, is this gets really expensive on various parts and pieces. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There's a lantern, and then I need a projector, which I think we have everything we need at this point. Nope, I need a piece of glass. Do I have any glass in here? I still haven't moved this in. I moved some of the stuff in. Oh, I killed one of those in between episodes too. That was kind of fun. No glass. Let's go grab a little bit of glass. End goal today is that I want to at least have a small amount of power going and a metal press up and running so that we can stop right off the bat wasting materials. So glass, that should function. So projector, go ahead, give me it. Wonderful. Just want one. Thank you very much. And that gives us a few lanterns that we can, hang about if we so deem the need. So I could do that. It'll be fine. So whatever. We'll put that away, this away, and I don't need the gunpowder at this point. So a projector is going to allow me to copy various things that we're going to be making eventually. Now, I know exactly how to build the couple of things that I want to build today, but it's going to be something I'm going to want eventually. So I'm going to put him in my toolbox or my tool patch thing here. I do need to be working on these guys as well. I picked up a couple of these from a village last episode before last. They can be used with the Ore Excavate mod, which would be kind of handy for certain things. So first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and get an alloy kiln up and running so that we can make alloys. So we need about that many of those. And I'm going to run this guy over here, and I'm going to hope that I can kind of cheese this a little bit and put him right here. Just because I have the filters right there, I don't need to be moving things around. So alloy kiln, go ahead. All right, we need some gold, which we have lots of gold, and a little bit of silver. So let's try to do, let's just do 8 for right now. Give me one more. There we go. Okay. And some of that charcoal, charcoal, whatever. I have plenty of this stuff laying around. Let's just grab that. And we're going to cook us up some electrum because we need electrum for the heavy engineering blocks that are needed for the metal press. So now we're going to wander on to the next step while that cooks. The next step is going to be we need to start making some amount of power, and then we need to be able to store some amount of power. So I'm going to grab a bunch of this, like most of it. I don't think I need all of that for right now. We'll just go ahead and put that back, and I want all of that. And 1, 2, 3, to about 16 for right now. Okay. Treated wood we have everything else we need. First thing again, HV capacitor. I'm going to go straight into an HV capacitor because there is no reasonable crafting recipe past various things. They're not combinable. They're not, I can't take one capacitor and upgrade it into the next one. I have all of these materials. I may as well just go ahead and make the biggest capacitor I can get my hands on. So that should be everything I need for that. Thank you. Okay. All right, so we've got a nice little place to store a few things, and now we can go ahead and kind of work on past that a little bit. I've got the capacitor up here, and we're going to set him down so that we kind of have a spot for him. I don't know where exactly I want to build this. Let's go see how we're doing on this part. You have made for me all of the electrum that I'm going to need for various things. I'm also probably going to go straight into MV wiring and not even deal with the low voltage stuff just because we have that capacitor and, well, it's just a pain in the butt to deal with otherwise. Since I have these guys right here, let's go ahead and go and build the water wheels that we're going to use. So water wheel segment's pretty simple, pretty easy. They're just treated wood planks and treated wood sticks. So I want to build as many of those as it'll let me. So 1, 2, 3, that's 3 of those. And we want to go ahead and make the dynamo that goes with this. So kinetic dynamo is going to require a bit of LV copper wire, copper plates. Copper plates are going to be this. So we're going to need Come on, math. Come on, brain. You can do this. 2 sets of that, so I need 8 of these, so I need 8 plates, I believe. So click, 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 click. Get in there. And actually, I think the reason why it's doing that is that should be using durability on that. Okay, cool there. That's going to that. This is this. This is going to be, whoop, nope, nope. This, that. Do I have any sticks? Yeah, go ahead and use them. It won't hurt my feelings at all at this point. So then we'll get our coil block. And I should be able to craft a kinetic dynamo. Sweet. All right, so power gen, power gen, power gen, sleep, sleep, sleep. Let's go ahead and sleep. And I am going to down and dirty this thing for right now. We're not going to do it absolutely perfect right now because I just need to get to storing power while we do this next step. So I want my buckets are over here. We need some buckets of water. And my buckets should be in here. I was going to say, we found this guy. I don't know if I mentioned this a minute ago, but I did find that there is a very small tank from Magnetic Craft, which I think actually has the capability of being able to be input and output from. It's got a little thing on the bottom of it, and a port or whatever. So, all right, we need to just build this thing somewhere where we can make it make a little bit of power right now. And I'm not even going to bother trying to make it perfect or anything for that matter. That's something I can do in between episodes. Where are my building blockages? That's snow. I don't want snow. Let's go over here and grab something. Just some cobblestone would be fine. That's cobblestone. And that's cobblestone. Whatever. Don't care. So we're going to just set, like I said, set this up fairly temporary over here. And it's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be awesome. And hello, creeper. Bye, creeper. Wow. Buckets. You were over here for buckets. You got your buckets. Okay. I am going to help myself at least a little bit right now by digging out a little bit of a trench that is going to be 3 wide. And then we're going to set this guy up kind of like so. I think it's got to go at least that tall, right? There. Yes, perfect. All right. So the dynamo needs to go right there on that block. So we're going to go ahead and just remove this mess really quickly. And put this guy down there. All right. And then I can build this part on the end of it. Now, we got to build the channels to keep the water in the thing. So we're going to do something about like this. And then I'm going to go up a block and then up another block and then over about like that. And then across the back about right there. And we'll just do this. And down. And then I need to cover that spot, and I think that one. Cool. All right, water. Just happens to be a ocean right here. Very cool. And it did finally, it's finally springtime again, which is wonderful. I'm so glad to have springtime back. So, let's see, hook. I need to upgrade this hook. I think I can actually upgrade it now. All right, so if I put a bucket of water there and a bucket of water there and a bucket of water there, that should flow all the way down. And that should get it running reasonably well. We're going to do a little bit more tuning. I think I can actually make it slightly better if I do this. Did that not stop the water? The water's still flowing through. Good deal. And I will, like I said, we're not going to be building this permanently here. We just need to kind of get it running and doing what it needs to do. So actually I could probably, while I'm at it, let's just make it a slightly bit better. I think I want it right like this maybe. Yeah. And then I think I got to do this. Yeah. Okay. More buckets of water, please. I need 2 more. 1, 2, 2. And then we put a couple of them right like 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, if I look, I should see, and I think I can see it. We may have to get in there and actually look at it, but you can see how the water is connecting up right there. The trick to making these things make a lot of power, and we're not going to do the rest of it. There's actually a couple of more water sources I can put up here to make it work. There's actually like 2 or 3 or 4 more. The idea is you want to cover as much of the wheel with flowing water as you possibly can. So that means that every single one of these vanes is touching a flowing water block for the most part. And I'm just going to explain this very, very quickly. So we have water that flows all the way down, and then it drops down here and it hits this floor block right there. Well, you could just let the water flow underneath of it, but then it's not covering these little veins right here. So we put a few more blocks right here to force the water over and then down again so that these veins are covered. These water blocks on the back that are flowing away, they're connecting with the water blocks that are right here. Should say that the flowing water that's right here, you see the water, how it's pointed back up at the wheel, and then these blocks are moving this direction. That's getting me a pretty reasonably decent efficiency on this little wheel for right now. These things can make a lot of power. I mean, they're like 80 or 90 RF a tick when you set them up correctly, and it's free. It runs all the time. It doesn't really matter. So it's just like a windmill, except for windmills are dependent on height and whether or not you have the sails on them. So a couple of more water sources can be placed about in this general direction, and you can do this exact same thing right here, about right here facing away from it, and it still works. There's a couple of other things we can do. We don't have thermal in this pack, I don't believe, so I can't do blocks that float upwards. But like if you're in another pack that has the the energized glowstone that floats upwards, you can put the energized glowstone on the back and it will float around on the back and pull the water wheel upwards. So for right now, we should be making some power. I can't see it because I don't have thing. And we need to go ahead and make some stuff for the rest of the system. So we need to go and make a couple of, I need to say, let's see, before I get too silly with this, I need a heavy engineering block, and a heavy engineering block is going to require one of them. Okay, well, I guess since we're here, let's go ahead and get the next steps going, which is going to be I need to make plates out of that many of those. Come on. Make plates out of that. Where's my hammer? Hammer. And that is not going to be enough, is it? Where are there? Shears. Okay, wires. And that is enough to get me at least one batch of MV wiring, and I will have to make some more of that stuff. No big deal. Stick. Thank you. Go. Okay, and since we are here and I have the iron, I would like to make a few of these. 2 would be good, and then I need to do this. 4 will be sufficient, although I'll go ahead and just use up the rest of that iron. Okay, cool. So now we have plenty of connectors, plenty of stuff, and I can put some of this stuff away. So I don't need the redstone, I don't need the aluminum, I need to put that away elsewhere, but we can go do that stuff. Bricks can go away, steel's good enough. All right, so we also are going to need, I need some more iron. That's what I'm going to need. Hey, give me some iron. Thank you. Do I have any leather over here? I do have a little bit of leather. We need to go ahead and make a couple of conveyor belts. Excuse me. Conveyor belts. That's perfectly fine. Wonderful. And then we need to make 3 of those. And a couple of more pieces of steel. Thank you. What did I do with those pistons? There's the pistons. I need to make some scaffolding for the metal press. And we need to make the heavy engineering block, which I need a couple of these, and those are all steel plates. I love it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 2 more. Next, I need more than that. Now we're good. And I'll still have to make the plate mold as well. That should do me for the parts right there. So that's 2 of those. And 1 of those. Excellent. 2 of those things. And we need a redstone block. Redstone control block. That guy right there. Thank you. And yeah, that should be just about everything we need for that part. So let's go over here and we're going to grab this guy. Should have had him put up already. I want to put it right. I think I can put it right on the side of this if I do a shift click once. You are filling up. Excellent. Okay. So if you didn't know, you can take the engineer's hammer and shift click. If you click the face on it that you're looking at, that's an input, that's an output. If you shift click and do the exact same thing, it changes the opposite side. So we are now storing power and we are now doing various things. So let's go ahead and, well, we still have a couple of seconds here before the sun goes down. 1, 2, there, and I need a piston down and rotate him with a heavy engineering block and 2 conveyor belts. That is not what I wanted, but we can fix it, and whack. Yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I think all I want to do right now is just do that, and that, and that. And you should be filling up with power. We're going to go ahead and take a quick sleep. Where's my bag? And the last thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and make the 2 plate, or at least a plate press for the plate press, or the plate press mold. So we need a plate press mold, which is going to require us to make an engineer's workbench, which is right there, which is just a little bit of treated wood and some treated wood fence, which I don't have. Let's go ahead and, oh, what a mess, 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 what a mess. Do I have any treated wood over here? I have a little bit. Let's go back over to the other storage area, and hopefully in between here very soon I'm going to start moving this mess out of here into that. So treated wood, I have treated wood fence, I have treated wood. I don't need what? The redstone can go away, the pistons can go away. We'll put those in there for now, and I don't need you. You go in here somewhere. Thank you. Alrighty then, and a little bit of wood, which I have over. That'll work. So we need a crafting table. Crafting table, crafting table, crafting table. Engineer's workbench. Where did you go? There you are. Okay. Excellent. Now, this one is going to allow us to craft the little bitty parts that we need for this thing. And in order to craft the press molds, we need that blueprint, which is going to be is it a steel plate? Does it have to be a steel plate? Yes, it does. Okay, we still have a little bit of steel on us. Excuse me. So there. And I need the paper and some lapis. 3, which I have plenty of lapis. Cool, and I need to quit turning away from what I'm doing. Where are you? Tool molds, press molds, that one. Right there. Excellent. So that will let us build the various press molds that we're going to need. So that'll get me the metal press mold for the plate and the wires. So what we're going to do is we need to get 5 more steel plates and some engineer's wire cutters, which means I need to grab some more steel. That should be pretty close. We needed what, 5? Oh, JEI, tell me, how many do I need? 5? Where are you? Where are you? There it is. Blind for a second there. 5 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need the wire cutters, which I have yet to make yet. which is a couple of sticks and an ingot. Can you make it with this? I guess I have wood on me. Let's just make some sticks. Not like I'm not going to use them. Wire cutters, inventory full of junk. Come over to you. We need that, and I want one of those. Thank you very much. Boing, boing. Put you in here. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to pressing. Boink, boink, boink. Sweet. Do this again. And give me that one. Excellent. And then I'll do the press mold for the rods here in just a second, or off camera or whatever, but we're getting pretty close to where I want to be, because that means I can now take that ingot and turn it into this with the thing. So let's go ahead and get a hopper, which we have happen to have a hopper. And do I have any chests left at all? Hello. I do have a chest. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and just drop some of this junk off that we don't need anymore. I don't need that gunpowder for sure. And plunk this down right there with a chest on the end. And I can grab that plate mold, put it away. I think that's how we make this, right? It is a plate. It's an ingot. Okay, good deal. It's too many mod packs sharing too many different similar things. That's why I know how to build this. I've only built 1,000 of them. Make the mold. Bang the wire out, and there we go. We got a little bit of electrum wire, we got a little bit of stuff. I can start making a little bit of copper wire, which would probably not be a bad idea. Do that for me while you can. Cool. And there we go. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today. That's awesome. I got this guy up and running. That means I can start saving on various parts and pieces and making things a little bit more efficient. Because the next step for me, I think, is going to be building a crusher from Immersive Engineering. So we don't have to sit there and do the processing of ores with that table. And we might even look into the crusher from these guys over here. Matter of fact, how is he doing? What is he waiting on? Did he even start? He hasn't even started. Dude, what do you want? A shovel. For God's sakes. Do we not have any shovels? No, we don't have shovels. Way to go. Way to go. What did I do with those sticks? Do I have any? Let's get him back to work real quick, and then we can go on about the next thing, which is pretty much going to be ending the episode, but we want to make sure our gentleman is doing his job. Toolbox. Get in there. And I will personally deliver his shovel to him. Have a shovel. Get back to work. Dude, jeez. I was kind of hoping to come over here and have most of a town hall built, but I guess not. So, all right, guys, that's exactly where I wanted to be. We got a little bit of power generation going up. We got the Immersive Engineering metal press up and running. And I am happy. That means I can start doing a few things, and we can start automating a few things. Plus, we can get some power run around the world, and we can possibly start being able to run things all night long due to powered lanterns and things and such, so that we can have nice little light all over the place. That's going to require vacuum tubes, which are going to require copper wire and nickel, which we do have nickel available. We just need to process it. I think the next major step is I'm going to go ahead and get another 1 or 2 of these up and running, so we at least have around 1 or 2. So we have around 800 RF a tick running somewhere. So we're going to probably going to build a power plant out here somewhere. There's going to be using nothing but these water wheels because they're free for right now until we can afford or make something better. But yes, about 800 RF a tick, so 10 of them. Brain, no math this morning. So I'm going to have to do a lot more coal coke smelting or charcoal smelting so that I can make that happen. But Anyhow, I think we've jammered and yammered on long enough. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find an interesting little picture, kind of something about like that. Maybe stick your head up in the air and do this and do that better. And I will say thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.